It's just going to be an execution.
Pretty afraid if I were Bard, honestly, because the bot lanes are set now, and you're against Blitz Draven as like a really squishy, I have a single damage spell Bard. If you get hooked and your flash is down and you miss your stun, you will die instantaneously.
We've got some more interesting picks coming out as well. The Zed was last picked, which I'm really surprised about.
Oh, wow. And a Darius.
Yeah, well, great pick in the sky is a Darius main, so pretty much going to pick that up. And Darius is a champion who can beat Irelia in lane.
Yeah, I mean, most champions beat Irelia in lane the same way most champions beat Jax in lane until he got to 6 and like had a couple of parts of his Triforce. If Irelia can hold out and remain roughly even until like level 7, then she should be able to 1v1 him. Level 9 for sure. But he really has to like deny her and crush her, and that's gonna be hard because she's taking teleport.
Yeah, this is a pretty classic hit comp versus team fight comp. So the only, I mean, you've got 2 pulls between Blitz and Nautilus. So if they can catch somebody out and make it an instant 5v4, then they'll be able to win. Just because Zed's damage is just so OP right now.
Yeah, the steroid on his W is easily one of the most powerful steroids in the game. It's like, what, 50% bonus AD? That's monstrous.
It's crazy.
On the downside, blue team has locked himself into an all AD comp, which means that if Rengar decides to build even semi-tank, it's going to be really, really difficult for them to do too much to him. Same with Darius, honestly.
Enemy is really smart about his build, so I don't see him going an all-damage Rengar, especially being the primary engage for the team. Knows that he's going to have to be able to survive. So I think we're probably going to see him go pretty tanky after he gets his warriors.
I think that a lot of emphasis is going to be put onto the front line in these team fights. Like, if Nautilus is able to get large enough that he can stand toe-to-toe with Rengar and or Darius in team fights, then the insane damage potential of Draven Zed should be able to just tear through Orianna. And if they don't get an Orianna off, then it's going to be really, really rough for them to have any chance in the team fights.
I feel like a lot of the team fights are going to be based solely on how Dave uses the Bard ult as well. Because you can use the Bard ult in a lot of ways here. Like, one way would be to mitigate the damage, or to completely mitigate the damage from Zed's ult. So...
Oh, that's brilliant.
Like,
that's really good. It's a built-in Zhonya's.
Yeah, so, like, they're looking for a pick or to just start a team fight by catching somebody out, right? So... But if Bard just Zhonya's that and completely ruins their engage, then I feel like it's an easy win for purple team. So I feel like these fights are going to go... Sorry, I just got a message from Anson. I feel like these fights are going to go really one-sided. Either way. It just depends on who gets the upper hand and how Dave uses his ult.
Yeah, you've got to expect the fights to be tremendously one-sided when one team has Blitz Zed Draven and the other has an Orianna. Like, either blue team gets to immediately pop someone, or they're going to have a really hard time unless purple team somehow screws up their team fight.
Yeah, this is going to be really interesting.
I'm
really excited to see how this turns out.
Yeah, Zed is always a fun champion to watch, just because of the sheer possibility for mechanical outplay with, you know, 2 potential shadows to swap to and a flash. Also worth noting, Orianna was intelligent and played safe, and instead of taking Ignite or Barrier, she picked up an Exhaust against Zed.
Yeah, you pretty much have to.
We should probably also expect to see her rush, at the very minimum, a Seekers, if not the full Zonias.
Yeah, she's probably going to build Morello into Zonias. She might even she'll probably first get the armor item of Zonias.
Yeah, the Seekers armor
Just
item.
to yeah, the Seekers. Just to sustain and lane, then build into an AP item, and then finish the Zonias second.
Yeah, most likely. I don't think there's any reason for Oriana to go Athene's the way you often see her, just because she loves the mana regen and values it really, really highly, and Morello's often isn't enough. But against the nearly full AD team, I mean, unless
Yeah,
Blitz
you can't
goes
build Athenes
ham.
into this team. It would be, I think that would be a wrong item to build. It gives you a little bit more mana regen, but honestly, not that much more than Morello does because of the nerf to Athene's Grail.
I wonder if, depending on how laning goes, here could be worthwhile. I mean, it's really, really slow, and you'd have a god-awful mid-game, but the shield will be really useful should it come to late game, because having an exhaust on top of a Zonia's, on top of a Xerath's Embrace, in order to stop Zed Draven, just, what can they do to you? There's nothing.
I mean, and this is kind of assuming that the Bard Graves lane doesn't just get absolutely destroyed by the Blitz Draven lane. If Blitz lands one hook, especially on the Bard, I mean, there's nothing he can do. So it's going to be how safe can Dave play in lane? Because Bard has no damage. He has a lot of downsides to playing him because you have to be able to roam at the right times to get your charms. And I mean, you just have such a high pressure lane at Graven Blitzcrank that like he's just not going to be able to get out of lane for like the first 6 to 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, Bard is so much of an all or nothing. Like, you hit your Q and you get a huge stun off, like Aurelia level stun, or you miss your Q and you can do actually nothing to save your ADC.
Yeah, hitting the Q is one of the most important parts.
Alright. Looks like we should be almost loaded in here. Everyone's sitting at 100%, so it shouldn't be too much longer before we pop into the Rift. As far as early game goes, I think if Nautilus can bear to tear himself away from hard farming, like 1 or 2 ganks onto Darius should lock up the top lane.
Yeah, and the Nautilus buffs this patch really help his early game in the jungle. He has one of the better sustains now, so it definitely does open up options for early ganks.
Darius being as immobile as he is, if Nautilus hits a hook onto Darius, Darius might honestly have to just go for the 2v1. Like, it's very unlikely he's going to be able to run away from Aurelia and Nautilus.
I mean, Darius can. He is one of the champions that really thrives the 2v1 matchup.
Alright,
So you have to be careful.
Welcome to House Party's 5v5 Solo League. I am Uriel Redeemed. Co-casting with me is Sinful Baggins.
Hello, hello.
And we're all set to get started. You can ignore the current game time thing. It should fix itself. There we go. Do you expect any level 1 shenanigans? We do have a Blitz Nautilus, so the
We
potential
have
for
a
an invade
Blitzcrank,
is
isn't it
terrifying.
required?
Everyone knows what to expect going into this. Okay, we got a Spell Thieves for Bard. I'm honestly not sure the typical item to build on Bard is.
I don't know who builds coin anymore. It's just
In
such
general?
like the Spell Thieves just does such a good job of getting you Golden Lane. Now we have the Bard and everybody waiting in this bush.
This is nuts. Are they gonna like
Alright, they got
five-man
spot out.
flash over?
Oh,
the
the
level
mystical!
one
He took
journey.
mystical journey first. Oh, the blitz hook. Not in tower range
Yeah.
though, so not too much damage there.
Oh my god. That might
That
be...
is a pretty awesome level 1 strat though. I really like the thought process there. Although taking magical journey first. Yeah, what was that?
I don't know, man. It's... Like, we already spoke at length about how Bard is really, really helpless in lane because all he has is his Q. How the
Exactly.
enemy knows he has nothing. He can literally auto-attack, and that's it. He has no abilities.
Yeah, that's gonna
That's so
really hurt
scary.
the level 1. Like, there's nothing that they can do right now.
Especially... Oh my goodness. Yeah, they... It's gonna be really hard for them to contest level 2 because Bard can't do anything. And I'd expect to see them down at least like 5 farms by the 3rd wave. Oh, okay. Standard Krug start, bots leashing.
Alright, so Aurelia delayed her start a little bit by making sure that they weren't going to invade their red after that. Oh no, I'm
Very
sorry.
smart of her.
Aurelia warded the other team's red. So they know that it's normal jungle starts. That's all fun.
Aurelia starting Flask is typical. Might be a little hard versus Darius. Cloth 5, I don't know. It's tough. I'm amazed. How is Blitz letting them push into him? Wow. I guess it's because they leashed, and I don't think Red Team leashed for Rengar. Ooh, a nice dash away.
Yeah, absolutely.
That was... Blitz wasn't level 2, so he wouldn't have had the knockup, but... Any hook is a good hook.
Yeah, Wumple is very comfortable on Graves, and he knows what to expect from Blitzcrank. He's not gonna get cheesed by anything.
Yeah.
So if he's ever in full range, he has his finger on the E, I can guarantee you.
Blitz gets a target on the stack.
Wait, did he really?
Who do you...
Oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah.
he grabbed the cannon.
I was thinking that was the one champion I'd get coin on.
I mean, some people do. I know, like, a lot of
Raythic
pro
just
supports.
took 2 turret shots for nothing, so that's gonna help Kama a lot.
Absolutely. I mean, all of the free damage you can get in a losing lane.
Oh, we have trading in the bot lane.
Yeah, Blitz goes in for a knockup.
Looks
a
pretty
nice
even
two-man
so
E.
far.
Jeez. And that health pack placement is a... No, that's pretty reasonable. You'd have to be pretty aggressive to contest that. Yeah, and Bard just picks it up himself.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we
Blitz
got
goes
hooked.
in. He hits a hook, but Raven wasn't there for the follow-up. He was about 1.5 foot back, so yeah, so... tragedies.
It's hard to follow up on every hook because it's like you miss a few and you're not sure if he's actually gonna hit one.
Oh yeah, no. Especially on a champion like Draven, who doesn't have any sort of gap closer outside of
Oh wow!
Oh, but another
Wow,
hook
look at
lands
that
and
hook.
he immediately gets
Deniva
flash.
wants to go in on Dave.
Both exhausts go down. For nothing. Ooh, that was very close. Oh.
All
Aurelia
in. Does he have the
should-
bleeding stacks and the ignite?
No, she's
Oh,
gone.
he
She's
gets
gone.
First blood.
First blood to top lane Sky.
Well played.
Oh my goodness, the gank onto solo Draven didn't stand a chance.
What the heck just happened there?
Blitz had to back off, but Draven thought he could get one more push in, so Bard magical journeyed Rengar right around the side of the lane. He hit a bola, and the glorious executioner was no more. Oh my goodness. Graves and Bard are they need to push that out as fast as they can, because if Draven gets back to lane with his pickaxe,
Looks like
he can
they'd
just
rather
two-shot
have
him.
the early dragon here. We have a
But
gank in
meanwhile,
mid
Blitz
lane
is
for
roaming in
Prez, onto Gingerfied,
He hits a knockout,
misses
but
the
he can't
hook.
find the hook. This is a really intense early game. Both roaming supports. And they get it. Rengar picks up Dragon Plunge for his team at about 6:15. With no vision for blue team.
Yeah, and even though Darius did get that early kill, Irelia still 10 CS up on him.
Wow! I guess he must have been really focused on shoving the lane or trading or something. That's,
But the wave is
unexpected.
building up, so he might be able to catch up on a few here.
Yeah, and he's hit 6, but so is she. This, he's got his ignite
Kama
down, but his
shouldn't
ult
trade
should be
here.
plenty powerful. Oh my god, he's got 4 stacks, 5 stacks.
Kama's
He's looking for the
dead.
dunk. And she's gone.
Man, Great Dick is just showing how comfortable he is on that champion, especially against someone like Kama Flare, who's a support slash Katarina main.
Ooh. Yeah, there's... Like I said, there's really nothing Aurelia can do until she's at least level 7, assuming she stays even. It's...
And the problem is that Darius is just gonna stay in top lane.
Oh, but we got a gank here. Both summoners instantly burned from Orianna. She, respected the nod. Maybe she thought he had his ultimate, because she was already blocking it with the creeps. I don't know.
If she got caught by the hook or anything, it would have been an instant death.
Yeah, Zed has his ult up and ignite, so... Flash burn though, and when Not is 6, he's already 5, he's just gonna come back and quite possibly pick up a free kill. Oh my goodness, she's got no mana, she has to leave.
And this game is full solo queue though, there's so much happening around the map at once.
Of course it's full solo queue, you've got Darius Rengar. If this game doesn't go to like 40 kills, I'm not satisfied. Bard gets knocked up.
He hits the
he hits the stun
binding.
though, and that's a lot of damage straight back. Darius doesn't have his ulti. The exhaust comes down onto Graves, and they back out successfully.
Yeah, when Dave can
Graves
hit
got
that
some-
two-man stun, they can actually win trades, because Blitz doesn't offer damage, really, himself either.
He offers an extension of Draven's damage.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm really getting those two confused this entire game. Noxian brothers fighting on opposite sides. What does this world come to? Blitz is looking for the knockout.
Dave is being caught out.
And Bard's gone.
Oh, he hits the
but
two-man
clutch
stun
and
again.
Rengar's there to pick it up. This is going to be a double kill. Oh my goodness.
What timing by enemy, though? Oh, Bard. Wow, this swag, Jonias. Just to rub it in.
That's just dirty. Man, you see this ult? I didn't even need it. I didn't even need it. That was terrifyingly close to a kill on the Bard.
This is what makes enemy so scary as a jungler, is that his jungle sense is really top-notch.
Oh yeah. They hadn't been in that skirmish for more than 10 seconds and he was just on top of Draven and
Look,
Draven
he's
was dead.
soloing this Nautilus here.
I don't know if he wins that. Nautilus has red buff and ults. And support.
Well,
This
not
is really
with
dangerous.
Rom
He flashes
coming in.
away, Zed goes
Here's
in.
the
Does he have his
ult,
W
does-
up? Can he get the ult? Oh no, just out of range.
Did he not have his W up for that?
Oh, but this is...
What?
Oh,
what?
but-
What's going on?
Okay, so what happened there was the way that Darius's pull works is he targets an area, and then there's a brief delay, and then after the delay, everything that was tagged in that area gets pulled to Darius. Now Nautilus was tagged, so he crashed.
The ult goes
He
in.
crashed before he got pulled back in, and it's gone. The death mark picks up
one.
Rengar. So much action. I can't take it.
They are out for blood this game.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to rewatch that hook because that was pretty funny. It looks like Nautilus is gonna give himself a second blue to speed up his clear and make sure he gets a faster Cinder Hulk.
A huge problem right now is that, at least for blue side, is that Rengar is now 1-1 and 3. Oh, we have a teleport coming in. Kama's looking
Oh,
to
he hits the hook.
get the slow off.
He's
Can
gonna be
Dave
able to
Magical
slow
Journey out?
off. He got the
No.
Q straight out. Oh, so apparently Bard's ult just stops if he dies during the cast. I would have assumed that the projectile continued. Oh, but Blitz flashes into his death. Wow, collateral damage picks
Yeah.
up a turnaround.
Really underestimating Graves' WR burst there. That was a pretty big mistake that cost him his life, but
Yeah, that
overall they
Graves-
got a support for support. I mean, it's not bad to trade 1-for-1 when you're behind, but
Yeah, it did. That might help Irelia get back in the game, but look at Darius. He's already got a Tiamat.
I know he's 3-0. This is really looking bad already for blue side.
Yeah, it seems like the mid-game power spike that blue team was counting on with the Irelia and hopefully like the Zed is just not going to be there because Irelia is not going to get her Trinity Force anytime in the next 5 to 7 minutes. And Darius
Can he
is
get
gonna
the
be
hook
too huge.
onto Ginger? No.
Nah, he tried to get the knock up first to guarantee the hook, but the command distortion was
Yeah, it's pretty much the
Too
same
powerful.
speed up away.
Mhm.
Yeah, right now purple has full control of the map, but it looks like blue wants to make a pick on the bot.
Yeah, they're trying to set up for
So-
the dragon.
Enemy is a little out of position right now, but he can always join with his ultimate. Yeah, they know
Oh,
what's
man.
going on. Oh, Prez lands the hook onto Wumble.
Oh, no, you shouldn't have
Wumble's
taken that
instantly
journey.
destroyed.
Oh, but it's the 4-man. Is it?
He just
Oh my
throws
goodness,
out the
alright.
Cataclysm.
They just disengage. Blue team has to back away. They're afraid of the Rengar. Blitz hits another knockup. Can Draven pick up the kill? Oh, Zed's there. He's gone. That was
Yeah.
sort of messy. I wonder what Orianna was doing because Zed beat
And
her
it's-
to the fight.
It's in perfect time for drag as well. This is a huge turnaround.
Yeah, Rengar doesn't have
They're
his ult
looking
right
like they
now.
want to contest though, possibly. Dragon's
it just came
halfway
up.
down.
It's gone.
Yeah.
Rengar could have tried to ult in for a smite, but it wasn't worth it.
No.
Blue is gifted over to Orianna, and it looks like Red Team's gonna have to wait another 6 minutes to try and get their second dragon.
Honestly, if I were Great Dick in this guy right now, I would just hard push top. Create the pressure that your team needs to be able to... Oh my gosh,
Graves is gone.
Wumple is just
Graves is
getting
gone.
caught out time and time again.
There's no vision. He was way too deep. He knew the
Yeah.
enemy team had just been a dragon. I guess he was assuming they recalled, but that assumption was incorrect, and it cost him his life.
But
It looks like Darius has heard your pleas and is taking your advice, hard pushing the top lane, knowing well that there's no one who can 1v1 him.
no, he's 30 CS above Irelia and 3-0. Like,
Yeah, he's got the
Irelia
full
doesn't have a
Hydra.
chance right now. This is kind of where his silver roots are showing, maybe.
Substitution.
And that he's not pressuring his advantage a little bit more than he could. He could
He's-
easily 2v1.
Absolutely. The
As
only
well.
one who might be able to stop the 2v1 is Nautilus, and that's if they chain CC like perfectly so that he never gets to do anything.
Alright, Blitz is looking for the hook. Enemy is there.
As always.
There's an
Oh, he's under
in-power
turret. He's gone. Right? Yeah,
Wow.
okay. Rengar gets another one. That's highly unfortunate. Zed is actually getting quite large. Those shurikens are doing some damage.
What a great play by Rengar, though. Locking him up
Like-
in tower range in order to ensure the kill.
Yeah, like you said, Rengar's map sense is
Rom wants to
superb.
go all in. Ginger doesn't have a chance.
Oh, man. That's
Oh,
a sad
Darius
shockwave.
misses his pull.
This time it works.
Wait,
Ooh,
wait, did
but
they
the
just
time
say
stop comes
for
in.
Nautilus? No, okay.
And that's a 4-0 Darius.
Oh, I know. He's gonna be so epic in this mid game.
I mean, as soon as he gets his first tank item, he's literally gonna be able to run just wherever he
Alright,
wants.
alright.
No one's gonna
We
be
have
able
a
to stop him.
2v2 at blue buff, but Fed is coming in from the side. This is not
Darius
looking
is going
good.
for it. The life steal isn't enough. He gets stumped, but can't kill the Blitzcrank. Oh, is he ignited?
No,
Yep.
the bleed and the ignite is so
Double bleeds.
strong.
Jeez.
Like, that had to have done over, like, 300 points of damage just in the bleed and the ignite. It's crazy.
Oh my goodness. Look at Raven trying to 1v1 the Graves. Bloodthirster to IE. That is a scrappy Raven build. He's gonna be looking to fight this whole game. Because he can heal up the trades. Like, Graves only has the potions he brings, but all it takes is 10 seconds in the jungle, and Raven's ready to go again.
Yeah. We still have... It's almost like Orianna and Rom are still in laning phase, while the rest of the map is just going to chaos.
Yeah.
But there are finally some movements around. It's looking like we're gonna have a tower dive on bot, possibly.
Blitz is forced to ult
The
just to
4v2.
save the tower one shot each. Ooh, no. If Orianna
Oh,
hits
that
this ult,
dissonance!
then they're gone.
Oh! Ginger
One man,
solos
is it enough?
people.
The explosion
No, there
isn't
was
quite
no
enough to finish
follow-up.
off Raven.
The
Red guy's
enemy
here.
comes
Game
in.
over, man.
Can he get the... Oh, he gets the stun down on Rom. Oh, that is so good. Alright, so now they get bot tower. We have Rom coming in, but what is he going to do? Like, he can't do anything.
He's gonna get that farm. What he's gonna do? Oh, he might be looking for a pick on the support of the jungler. No, he's gonna get that farm.
Alright. But in the meantime, we have Great Dick just pushing top lane, because...
Aurelia's got
Well, all
Triforce. Darius actually needs to be careful. He's slowed into the Nautilus ult, knocked up. The dunk is not enough. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Like
the
I said
problem
earlier.
is the CC that both of them provide. It doesn't matter if he can do a ton of damage if he can't get it off before he dies.
Absolutely.
So you have
Hydra
the...
unused that fight.
Maybe, and because of his AoE, he's always going to be higher health than Irelia. So Irelia
It's-
has the assured stun, and Nautilus used his ult as well for that.
Yeah.
But he has
does
to be
now
a
have
little
Rangers.
careful.
So, barring interference, he can still absolutely 1v1 Aurelia, but Nautilus brings so much interference that he's not able to 1v1 anything. He's just dead.
Now, one thing is that blue team still hasn't had enough time to really build up their armor items yet. So this all AD comp is not... Oh, it's not all AD because they have Orianna.
Yeah, no.
Never mind.
Blue team's the one with the all in. Oh my goodness, Clark
I
face
thought
checks
Nautilus
push.
was AP based.
Yeah,
I guess
mean,
he's... I don't really know.
He's not going to be doing that much damage.
True.
This mid defense is going completely unanswered. Darius is top and Graves is bottom. They have to get this tower up. Just out-rotated. Oh, but an ultimate hit.
Ginger
Nori gets pushed
gets
in. She is
destroyed.
dead.
He doesn't have his Zonias yet. Oh no, he
No,
did.
he had
just
it.
couldn't use it.
Yeah, that's knock up into knock up. Nothing you can do. Graves is looking for Nautilus, and he finds him just in time
but
for the
now he
draw.
gets
Finds the
caught
rest of the
out.
team too.
I think
it looks
Wumpel
painful.
might be tilting a little bit here. He didn't have the best laning phase, and oh, Dave is getting caught out. Doesn't have
A
a
second
chance.
straight face check. Man.
When somebody dies in an area, you don't check that area 2 seconds later.
Yeah, especially if you know that the dragon is up. Like, you know why they're going there. You know they're most likely still there. You can't afford to. That was a 3-for-1 over the long engage that didn't really need to happen.
Alright, so a few
I mean-
throws, but it still doesn't undermine the fact that red team does still have a pretty significant lead at this point. If
I
they
wouldn't
just
say it's
don't,
that significant. It's only 2,000 gold.
I mean, you still have a 5-2 Darius versus a 2-2 Irelia, and the Darius still has 30 more farm, or 20 more farm. And
Red team needs to look to play around the Darius and the split push, and have Orianna wave clear mid.
oh,
And not be
Orianna
caught out
misses
in
her
miserable
shockwave. Can they turn
Flashes
this
to
around though?
Nautilus.
We have enemy coming in from the side.
That was... Oh my goodness. Alright,
Instantly
Rengar
burst.
goes in. Obliterates that.
Gets the slow onto Prez, gets another slow. All the damage he's taking, and he goes
Ray
down.
gets pushed in, so his
Ruffle
buckshot
gets the
picks up the
shield
kill
from
on the
Orianna,
Bard.
but it's not enough. Oh, Kama's done for.
That's what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Play around the split push, the 1v1. You can't win the 2v1, but the 1v1, you've got that locked down. Can't take
Raythick
that
is
turret.
gonna die before he takes the turret,
No.
though.
You can't take that turret. At least,
Alright.
at least Kama doesn't get the kill.
Yeah, that's a little surprising. It must have been just outside of the range that is allowed for a kill for the assist there.
Yeah, I can't help but thinking if he had waited one more wave, he might have been able to get that.
Oh, he definitely would have been able to. I mean, Irelia just popped up. So great
Well,
thing.
I mean, if he said hashtag worth in chat, then it's all fine.
But he didn't actually get the tower. You have to say worth if you make some kind of contribution. Anyway.
He got tower damage.
Alright, true that. Well, let's just think for a second that Orianna missed her ult in that team fight, and they still won it by a pretty significant margin. Not sure if they just took out Zed really early or if he wasn't there, but
Well, the
they really
largest
need Zed for
contribution,
those team fights.
the largest contribution, or rather mistake, was that Nautilus ulted Graves, who E'd out of the fight, and no one was able to capitalize on the CC. Orianna was right in the middle of everyone. If Nautilus had ulted Orianna, Zed would have got a free death mark, full combo, she would have been gone.
Yeah, there's no reason she should have been able to just flash out there unscathed. I mean, she was in the middle of a 3v1.
Mistakes happen. I guess you just need to call targets.
Alright, so we have blue team pushing mid really hard here. Let's see how Red is reacting.
You don't win that 1v1, but Aurelia's coming around.
Hold on, what's
that
happening
there's up
with
3
Raythick?
levels. But good lord, is that Nautilus a huge tank. Alright,
Oh,
in
he
comes the
just-
stun, he gets dunked.
does he get
Nautilus
the
is
kill
gone
onto
to the
Nautilus?
bleed. But no reset. Oh, a nice flash.
The pick
That's-
by Demeeble.
That's fratricide. That's not cool, man. He's your brother, don't do that.
Alright, Rengar ulted, but used it to clear a ward, so they had no plans on going in on that. They're
Also, it's
making
worth
moves in their
mentioning-
red side jungle, though.
The prediction that, ooh,
The
Orianna
God
gets hooked.
Hand.
Raven's a
This
little
is
slow
the
with the
ult.
follow-up. Another witch shockwave. Oh, man, that's so sad. Blue Trinket
Alright,
used.
but we
Are
have-
they looking for this? That's the entire team. Raven, you gotta be careful. Oh my goodness, the blade
Rumble is
surge
able to
absolutely
turn it
slaughters
around,
her.
though.
Graves picks up an easy kill. Then comes over the side. Pops guard and is trying to run out. And looks like he's gonna be able to get it. Meanwhile, Rengar picks up another one. One more trophy
Drop.
for his collection. A
Flashes.
flash from
Oh.
Zed into the grave. Swap back to Death Mark. Nope, he can't get the swap, but he does get the kill.
So it comes down to the 1v1 between Enemy and Diesel.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm gonna go
enemy
ahead and give
has-
this to the guy with lifesteal.
He has it.
Yeah. You mentioned during load-in that you thought Rengar would build tank, but he went full solo queue. Look at that build. Is that gonna be a Bloodthirster or an Eye Edge? Or a Quicksilver? That'd be dirty.
Yeah, I think Enemy realized that he had to be the one to carry, and he can only carry if you do a lot of damage.
I mean, considering the start to the game he had, who wouldn't? Oh, Darius is just gonna take this. I don't need minions.
Alright, his
There.
damage to the turret was not in vain.
Yeah, see? Work.
Well, I mean, he could have had it before.
You don't get it. You don't get it. Dragon in 15, and Zed is nowhere near. That could be a tactical error if they rush it. But they don't see it. Oh, now they see him. They should know they should just try and take this immediately. Instead, they roam mid to try and push the wave. Because Rengar is also topside.
Yeah, considering there's 4 of blue grouped up bot, they actually have the advantage right now.
Ooh, wow, QW does
He tries the
60%
magical.
of Zed
Oh, he
health.
just flashes out, still gets killed. The
That's a
damage
reset.
is real from Ama. Holy crap!
Flash knockup blitz ult. Oh dear. This. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
this gives
the
them a
near-
free dragon now. It's really quite unfortunate.
Rengar was topside when Dragon was up. Can't afford to do that. They had the timer. They got it. Did they have the timer actually? I can't recall. In any case, you need to try and make their game
Enemy
plan more about
goes
the area
in
where the
on.
front.
He just gets
But there's a blitz right there. That's
bounced
so many
back and
knockups.
forth.
Aurelia dashes in.
Oh.
Ease gets the slow auto shut down.
Enemy thought he had the pick onto Nautilus, but Nautilus was tanky enough to sustain for his team to come help him.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to sustain when you only have to last through about 1.5 seconds of damage before you just knock out Rengar for like 4 minutes. It's worth noting that the CS differential in top has remained constant throughout the game and not increased. Oh,
The
crit
Wumble
ults.
damage is insane.
He got like 2 straight crits
He got
before
the
his ult.
slow.
Oh, the knockup?
The ulti to, I guess, save Wumble. Oh, he got
A
that.
very nice. Oh. A shock.
He
and
was
Nautilus
saved
is
by
such a chaotic
Gingerfied.
fight. Nautilus queued in, then swapped back to look for Graves, but he's just gonna die to Orianna and Bard. The Q hits a stun on the Nautilus. Are the empowered autos gonna be enough? Darius dunks Zed, and the final auto picks the Nautilus.
Oh, and Kama took the magical journey, and now it's going to kill him.
That might be the most solo queue thing I've ever seen in my life.
Kama was safe. All he had to do was back. And he took the
Oh,
magical
can he get a
journey
kill?
into
Can he get a
4
kill?
people.
Oh. Zonia's for Orianna too strong. Good lord. That fight was...
Wait, but now they're still continuing, even though 2 of their members have already backed.
I think they're just gonna try and disengage. I mean... Yeah. Blitz already spent his hook. They don't have anything. Good lord. Okay, so
Man.
that was just a bunch of people piling in, one after another, to a group of 3 people.
I don't even know what to say about that fight. It shouldn't have happened, but it did.
I noticed that Orianna is another shockwave. I think that's 3 or 4 straight now. I'm sad.
Yeah,
Oh,
he really
Rengar's on the
needs to-
hook. He jumps into a blitzcrank. He gets silenced. He has to juke back to the bush. He jumps out. He gets on to Draven. Draven's gone, and it's a 3v1. There's no way Blitz is going to make it out of this alive. A tempered fate from Bard will postpone his gruesome demise, but the jump comes through. Oh dear. Nautilus ult on the grave spells a dead man walking. Nori has to flash to get out of that. Jeez.
Dave is gonna go
That-
down here. Kama's just gonna
that-
get the slow and the autos to finish this one off.
Yeah, Bard doesn't have flash up. It's the stun onto the wall miraculously, but
Wow, he got the stun, which
he
he was
made it
able
to
to
top
get out
turret.
alive. But they're just going to dive him now.
Yeah, she's got a
Enemies in
Oh,
though.
but she's locked up on the
Oh
turret.
my gosh, he gets the
Oriana
stun.
doesn't have ult.
They
Nautilus is
fought
gone.
under tower against a Rengar and a Oriana.
The Ori is really starting to ramp up finally. Like, look at her. If you look at her kills compared to, say, top laner and her jungler and her ADC, she's definitely behind them, but she's kept up in farm with everyone on the map. And she should have a Void Staff now, which is 4
Yeah,
items.
she does.
Oh my goodness. Split pushing has really been working out for Darius. He's level 16. That's a max rank dunk.
He wants to
Kill him.
Oh, he baits them.
Oh, he gets the 2v1 hook and... Oh my goodness, the hunt is on, and the hunt is over. Another kill. For Darius.
Darius is
He
just
hits a
going
second
ham.
hook, but he gets knocked
Might
up on the
get the
turret.
kill here.
The CC is too strong.
Oh, he gets a
The
two-man
Bleeding Knight's gonna
shockwave.
get him.
This ginger
The 2-man shockwave seals Zed's fate. The E is slightly too early to actually root Aurelia.
Alright, they're still fighting.
Yeah, meanwhile, the split push from Graves is real. He got a turret down bot. He's looking to
All
get
the
another.
attention
He's
is
holding him there.
focused mid right now. He's completely alone in bot lane. He's gonna get the turret. Then he should back out.
If he has dash up, it's his. If he doesn't, I don't know. Ooh, come on, worth it. Yeah, worth.
That was just an excellent job of keeping them occupied in middle lane. And, I mean, it was really Dick in the Sky just being the tank that he is right now, being able to continually bait fights, even under turret. And the enemy just having
Absolutely.
the damage in order for both of them to just finish them off. We have Wumple
Oh no,
soloing!
Draven face checks! The heal is the only reason Graves won that fight. If Draven
But
had
can
had heal,
Wumple get out? Because he uses his
flash
ult,
ult,
but not
oh my
before
goodness,
Wumple...
if he hits this
oh,
hook, can he hit the hook
dodges
though?
the hook.
He whiffs the hook! Ah! The chase is on!
Enemies coming in.
And the
Can
hunt
Wumple
is on.
survive just a little longer? He's getting auto.
Rengar's coming in!
Some lifesteal.
He can't get the knockout! He hit the root in time! Oh my
The
goodness!
chase is real,
The
and
beam
Prez pays
turnaround.
for it dearly.
That was an entire lane of chase.
Alright, meanwhile, we have top lane. Great Dick and Rom going at each other, possibly. No, they're just feeling each other out right now.
They're trying to outplay
Rom-
each other before the fight
Rom
starts.
doesn't
Oh no,
want-
they get vision!
Rom doesn't
And he
want
swapped
any
away.
part of Great Dick in this fight. He knows
I
that-
mean, no one
he-
wants any part of
he
Great
has
Dick. Look at
the-
his items.
Yeah, I was going to say, he has the random Frozen Heart and Thornmail. Like,
There's nothing you can do to him.
no.
He even picked up a Hex Sprinter to build into Maw just for the slight magic damage off of the tanks.
Well, and just to, like, even if they do get him down to any point, like, he can't get bursted down. Meanwhile, Gingerfied...
Oh my goodness, he
hella
flashes the
damage.
shockwave. That's... Oh, but the exhaust might be enough to save her. Can Draven time this up? Okay, no, the auto's fine. I was hoping for a sweet turnaround axes.
Kama wants to go in here. How long can Great Dick last? We have the ult for Dave.
So a Tempered Fate locks up 4 members while Rengar gets in position, but he gets blown up. That just pops him.
Great Dick,
Darius
look at
gets
how
one.
long
He dunks a
he's
second.
lasting.
He gets a third.
Can he
He
get
gets a
the
second.
reset?
Meanwhile, Graves is doing massive damage. Aurelia's exhausted. She's gonna get shut down by Bard and Graves. Her GA is popped. Graves need to buy some room. The auto comes up. He dashes away, but the stun is hit.
Almost down to
And
Aurelia.
she's gone.
Oh,
Wow, that was an amazing fight.
Now Dave's looking for the solo something on
Yeah,
Prez.
the support 1v1, man.
I
Fight him.
think Prez has to have the advantage in this one, but he doesn't have mana. That's the problem. David's going to win this one out if he can. He has the speed.
Come on,
just from
stutter
his-
step, stutter step.
from his
Oh, he
W.
pops the Talisman of Ascension. He's gonna get him.
Oh my gosh, Dave didn't have any mana for that fight. He... Wow.
The classic support 1v1. Oh, the dance DM!
Who would have thought Bard would be able to solo anyone? Alright. We have Ginger 5
This is really dangerous.
going on to Rom.
If Nautilus ults someone, Zed might be able to pop him before he dies. And Aurelia's coming around, they need to leave.
All Ginger hits
Shockwave
the
hits
hold on
Nautilus,
is
but Aurelia's
Nautilus.
already in great space.
The
Rengar's coming in
enemy
though, he's
now
on the
goes
hunt.
in.
And Nautilus gets obliterated. Good lord.
What? The BM, the complete and utter BM here is to die for.
Whoa! What? He went through the other wall too!
Alright, we have a ton of AoE happening
on the
here.
tower, but that's just where he wants to be. Tempest Fate stops him up. The fight will continue
Ginger
after
goes down, he
pause.
breaks the solo evil.
Raven gets a kill onto Orianna, and Darius is left hanging. Oh, he misses the pull. He's got to back out.
But because of that, RG Rom was laid to waste.
In the meantime, Dragon's taken.
Oh yeah, Dragon was taken a little while ago.
It's unimportant.
But,
Forget the objectives. It's only.
There's too many fights going on. Wumple is on to Prez. He gets the kill.
Imora. Ooh, the stun hits! It's not made up to save his life. Zed picks up another one, and
chasing Dave. Can
the
Dave
magical
heal
journey
himself
pushes
in
him a
time?
little closer. He can't secure the stun, and he's gone. Okay, there we go. Wow.
And I can't help but think if Dave was able to get, or if Bard was able to get the heal onto Wumple in time, that maybe Wumple could have turned that around, but...
I gotta say, coming into this game, I set my expectations a little low. I believe I said I was expecting no less than 30 kills. We're at 74. Before 40 minutes, 74 kills in 38 minutes. What do you even say to this? This is just a murder fest.
Yep, it's both teams just... I'm wondering if there's any bad blood here, because holy shit.
Look at Aurelia's build. She's building towards a Zephyr to get the tenacity because she went for Havi.
Alright, so enemy, the Jukes, uses his ult to escape. That was brilliant.
Wow, that was real smooth. They didn't have vision on him.
Though. Now enemy doesn't have his ult in case they want to try for the Sparin.
They absolutely can't. Red team has the speed shrine. They'd simply get collapsed on. Like, you'd never be able to outrun Darius, and that's currently their only answer to the item Darius, who sold his Hexbreaker for a Warlock.
Great Dick, is he getting baited? How quickly can enemy get in here? Enemy wants to fight this.
Bard's engaging. Oh, he hits a tempered fate onto two people, but they're not the carry, so the position. Oh, an excellent E roots him up. Roll strike comes in. Zed's wreaking havoc on the front line.
Rom hits a two-man ult, killing one.
A three-man shockwave. That might be enough to turn the fight. Oh, but she gets shut down, and Graves gets exhausted. Aurelia's coming around. He's not. Oh, GA is popped. But the stun should from Aurelia. Shut him down. That's an ace for 2.
Just the fact that Demeeble isn't getting focused in these fights means that he can just assault from afar, and he is doing so much damage right now.
Yeah. And it's interesting, because you usually see Zed as a single target assassin, but what happened there was he put his shadow into the center of 3 people, and then used the AoE from his skills to just cleave straight through him with all the pen he has.
Exactly.
They should be looking towards Baron.
Yeah, I was wondering how they had all the
Dragon,
AoE damage from that, and that had to have been it.
Oh my goodness. It's... The exhaust being there at the very end was really the final nail in the coffin for Graves.
Man, remember,
oh my goodness.
Not like 5 minutes ago, Red Team just had all the everything going for them, and they were knocking at the turret door, and then all of a sudden, just they lost pressure, lost the fight, and their inhib's gone.
Yeah. They're still up in turrets, 7-5, but they're behind in dragons. The dragon that's coming up at 47 minutes will be.
All right, we have
team's
some phase
pick.
checking going on here.
Oh
It looks
dear.
like this could be a good fight for Red.
Oh no. He knows to be suspicious. He steps forward. He gets a hook in. He's way too tanky. Good lord. Nautilus.
Yeah, they can't do anything to Nautilus right now.
It's worth noting. Draven fought Thornmail in order to do better in the 1v1s against Rengar and Graves. That's not something you see every day. The Thornmail Draven.
No, it's not. Alright, we have the full-out fight going
Oh
on.
my
Bard
goodness.
gets eliminated early. Graves
Zed gets
is trying to cause havoc
play.
in the backside.
Oh my goodness, a 3-man knockout from Nautilus seals the fight. Raven is just going off. There's nothing the enemy team can do. Oh, but they get the dunk onto him. They shut him down. Is Oriana's damage going to be enough to lock this up? Darius is trying to lifesteal, but it's not enough. The bleed won't be enough
Rumble
for
is
Nautilus.
going on to Kama, but he gets
Yeah,
stunned.
flash knockup onto
Kama gets the
Oriana.
kill.
Full hits. Oh my goodness, the
The
second
double
knockup.
dissonance.
She's gone. There's no way, right? Oh
Can
my
Ginger kill
god.
Kama?
Red team double kill.
Can she turn around the fight onto this Aurelia though?
Holy shit!
That, oh my god! What
Wait,
was that? What was any of that?
That was the power of late game Oriana.
That's the power of Ludens, apparently. That... Okay, so the two big things that happened in that fight were Zed getting popped instantly at the beginning through a combination of Oriana Shockwave and Rengar ult, and then Nautilus's ult connecting onto 3 people, but not Oriana. This
Yep.
let Darius just sit in the other tank line, just slamming on Q and Hydra and doing whatever AoE damage he could, while Oriana just waited her cooldowns out, applying damage safely until the tanks were so low that when they tried to finish her off, she just one-shot them with a single Q.
Yeah, there's no underestimating Great Dick's tankiness right now. He was, I mean, even Darius autos weren't chunking him for that much, which is just amazing, considering at this
I mean,
point.
yeah, the man has 409 armor. He takes 80% less damage from physical damage than he should. How can you do anything to that?
But he can
Like,
only
Nautilus-
last for so long. The other problem in that fight was that Bard got eliminated right away. We have enemies.
Yeah.
He knows they're on Baron. He's looking for the steal. Bard
He's hitting
hits
the
the
ult,
ult.
he's waiting it out. Oh my gosh, a tempered fate
They have
onto
the magical
jungler's
journey
and
into
the
the-
Baron.
He gets incinerated.
There it is.
Ginger gets a
John
three-man
Thomas
ult.
Raven, he gets blown up before he can do anything. A 2-man shockwave kills Raven and
They're able
gets...
to peel Wumble. They have this fight in hand.
Yeah, this is over. Unless Zed can pull off a miracle, there's just nothing they can do. The carries were protected, and Darius was a monster.
And that's like all Bard's utility right there, was stopping Baron from getting taken so that it could initiate the fight and with magical journey. And it's just
Yeah.
enabling everyone to go in right away. Rom gets... He had no chance there. I don't know what he was doing. How can you go on to
Where
a
did
grave?
he go? Where did he go?
I think I'm like 3 seconds ahead of you, by the way.
I'm at 21, 22, 20.
Oh yeah, I'm 5 seconds ahead of you. Sorry.
Ah. Well, don't
Yeah,
spoil
Red Team
anything
could
for me,
just
man.
end it. That was game. They just... The late game Baron fight is what wins and loses games.
We spoke about how this was the epitome of solo queue. I can't imagine a better way to end a game than throwing it Baron.
I couldn't imagine a more solo queue game than that. Like, that was like my games. Holy shit.
97 kills. Wow, that was a force of nature more than a game. That happened. No one played. That game just occurred.